Raw Impression 77.
Can you hand me that bottle?
Hello and welcome.
Can you hand me that bottle?
You and Adelle are here again.
Give it to me.
And I'm here for Adelle. I want to hear more from Adelle.
Oh.
People are saying.
Oh, stop.
People are saying it's a lot about Lou.
No, that's not true.
Not
Who are the
enough
people?
about Adelle. And you know
People
me.
that I know,
I agree.
that I've spoken to. They told me.
I know Lou has a bee in his bonnet. This week, he's gone and done one of his recreations. It's been a while. Been a long while, lazy Lou. But be that as it may, that's Adelle. What's going on? Why don't you before Lou just grabs this whole thing by the throat and chokes all the air out of it? Why don't you say so? What's going on? I'll let you guys go.
Well, how's it going, Adelle? 4-track man wants to know. And the people want to know.
Are you okay with that?
They're done with me. Too much Lou, they're saying.
That's not true. That's not true.
Well, I relate to it. I have too much Lou in my life.
All I know
sometimes.
is one person said something. One person.
You know, it's like they say when there's like when you
They
see
didn't come to this podcast
see an
for
ant.
Adele Barlow. They came because they're Lou Barlow
when
fans.
they see an insect, you
Yes.
see one of them, that means there's like tens of thousands of them. That's a theory of life. It carries over to many, many things.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying, honey, you're a musician. You are a public person.
That's right.
So of course people want to.
Enough.
That's why they're here for you.
Enough. How many years has it been? 40? 4-track man and people.
Do you want to hear more from me?
I married you.
Is that a yes?
That's a big sign. I was like, I want more of you.
Well, this is
Married.
I will say this, and you know how when you are in a car or you briefly glance at a sign or something and you think you read something and then you look again.
What's the name for that?
Yeah, what is that?
Should be a name for that.
There probably is.
A sniglet. Remember that?
Oh my gosh. And you think it says something and then you do a double take and you're like, Jesus, that's not at all what that sign said, right?
Yeah.
Well, right as you were getting ready to press play, I glanced over and I noticed this little bottle that you had over near 4-track man. And the bottle is a sleeping pill and it's called Simply Sleep. And I'll hold it up to the people there too. But what I saw when I glanced over was Simple Sheep.
Huh.
And I was like, Simple Sheep? What's that? And then I looked
sheep.
And
jumping over fences. Simple sheep.
Funny.
It's a shortcut.
Yeah, simply
shortcut to sleep. Simple sheep.
But yeah, so that's unrelated to how I'm doing, other than just that's what I saw, and I thought I'd share that with y'all.
That wasn't dirty. It's fun when it's dirty.
Oh, you thought it was
like
dirty?
I saw a sign once that said unveil vapor. It was for like where you buy electronic cigarettes.
Okay.
But when I saw it, it said anal vapor.
Oh.
Yeah. Some people might remember that from an Instagram
Isn't that
post
a fart?
No. Anal vapor is like the anal vapor. It's the pheromones. It's the
The waft, the whiff.
The waft. And it's also a lyric from a band called The Mentors.
Okay.
It's a very notorious, profane punk band from Los Angeles in the 80s.
I bet there's like whole groups like just dedicated, and different sites to anal vapor. They're like, they all have different names. They're hiding under different names, but
it's not necessarily
a
poop.
fetish.
It's not poop. Just so you know, it's not shit. The anal vapor. It's something else. It's more of an animal. It's a musk.
Well, you're talking about more of like a sexual pheromone, right? Yeah. Anal vapor. Okay. Well, I wish I could remember all my funny ones I've seen too. I've seen some good ones, but they're usually so fleeting. You're just passing it and then you kind of giggle to yourself.
And they happen every day.
They happen literally almost every day to me, but simple sheep. Or simply sleep. So what's happening? Well, we missed a little Tiny Toons mini music this week. Guys, it was just too much. We had too much going on. And I missed it. I felt off not having it, but I also felt like I needed to not do it. We just had too many plates in the air. Yeah.
Adele's parents are visiting.
My folks are visiting. They're in town from Wisconsin, and they came on Monday. They arrived on Monday, and usually we're either, recording the pod on Monday and I had a lot to do, guys.
And we were in Salt Lake City. Adele and I were in Salt Lake City from Friday to Sunday. Adele accompanied me on a Dinosaur Jr. festival date.
I tagged along.
In Salt Lake City. What was the name of that?
What was the name of what?
The festival that I played.
Oh, I think it was called the Kilby Block Party.
Okay, so go ahead.
But yeah, that's something I don't do very often. I mean, I haven't done in, I don't know, bazillion years, since before Izzy was born.
It's pretty easy, yeah. However old Izzy is how long it's been.
Yes, since I've tagged along. Oh. What's this? 4-track van?
Well, I didn't.
Is he going to announce?
I choked it. I didn't let you speak.
Well, I can have an opportunity
Welcome
after.
to Raw Impressions Toy Commercial Recreations.
Yay.
Toy Commercial Recreations. Toy Commercial Recreations.
I didn't know you were going to do a toy commercial recreation.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Excellent. Good.
He's the terrifying enemy of G.I. Joe. Destro is his name. Destro is his name. G.I. Joe, the American hero, fighting evil Destro. Introducing Destro.
You better watch out, Joe. Hey, what's going on? Destro's stealing our tank. We gotta stop him. We're gonna get you, Destro. You met your match, Joe. Destro is here.
G.I. Joe Battle Tank comes with figure. Other figures and Destro sold separately from Hasbro.
That's so cute. I didn't know you were going to do that at all.
Yeah, you didn't. That's great.
I thought you were going to do the other thing.
Okay. I'm going to play it again because it's only, it's short.
Is it the same one but done again?
It's the same one, but without tape manipulation. So it's all my voice in my moment.
Commercial recreations. Lucky for us, I've done another one. And here it comes.
He's the terrifying enemy of G.I. Joe. Destro is his name. Destro is his name. G.I. Joe, the American hero, fighting evil Destro. Introducing Destro. You better watch out, Joe. Hey, what's going on? Destro's stealing our tank. We gotta stop him. We're gonna get you, Destro. You met your match, Joe. Destro is here. G.I. Joe Battle Tank comes with figure. Other figures and Destro sold separately from Hasbro.
So which one is better? The one where I sped up the tape,
I don't know.
Or that one there's no sped up tape?
You better watch out, Joe. Hey, what's going on? Destro's stealing our tank. We gotta stop him! We're gonna get you, Destro!
You met your match, Joe. Destro is here.
G.I. Joe Battle Tank comes with figures. Other figures and Destro sold separately from Hasbro.
Oh my gosh.
So I
We gotta stop him!
no, that's this
We
kid,
gotta stop him!
star of the commercial.
We gotta stop him!
His way his voice breaks. I wasn't able to really recreate that, but I was wondering, is it better that I just have my raw voices in the normal way, or if I sped it up to imitate the
I
kids'
did kind of
voices?
like the sped up.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I
Good to
thought that
know.
was fun. Not that I didn't like your voice, but it just, if you're asking me to say which was my
Yeah, which is-
preference.
Yeah, great.
If I was
Perfect. That's the one that will make it onto the next
if I was the director of that commercial, I'd say I want
the
the
next
sped
Raw
up
from
one.
the Pod compilation
Oh yeah,
on our Substack.
that's great. Is that something? Is that from a commercial then?
What?
That actual, or is that just a song you found? Because I was gonna say, could you put that over the commercial?
I got to get the commercial off of YouTube somehow.
Yeah.
The way I was doing it before isn't working now. So maybe somebody out there can point me in the right direction of something that just takes stuff right up that I can download right off of YouTube, and then I could try it.
Yeah, where you put your version on top of the video.
Yeah,
right?
I've done that before.
Yeah.
Some people might remember that I've done that. I'd love to do that with this one, but I got to extract the video first. But
Okay.
yeah, that's
Well, I
G.I. Joe.
enjoyed that. My brothers, of course, had their G.I. Joes, and I think they still have some. And
Yeah, they do.
yeah, they do.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Almost
when Hendrix was
perfectly-
little, he would play with them.
Yeah, the only problem was that a lot of they have little tiny rubber bands in their joints.
Oh.
A lot of those rubber bands sort of
probably
decayed over
are-
the years.
yeah.
So we did play with them, Hendrix and I, but they also broke. But we just tucked them right back into the little place they came. Little they had perfect carrying cases.
I was going to
for
say,
these.
didn't they have a great carrying case?
They did, and they had He-Man. They had
Yes.
He-Man and all the.
My brothers had some good toys, and my parents did a really nice thing for us, which is they kept a lot of our toys, and they kept them in storage, and they didn't just like molder away. They were in a clean storage, and my nieces were able to play with my Barbies, which were also some of them my aunt's Barbies, and yeah, it's nice to be able to pass on some cool toys. I'm kind of doing that for Izzy. I'm trying to save some, but not too many. Things that I think like, oh, this would be cool to pull out, for a little baby or something. But
Yeah.
yeah. And they also had a lot of I remember Transformers just were really big too. I thought those were kind of cool. I was a little more into the Transformer TV show than G.I. Joe myself. I enjoyed the Transformer thing.
Transformers,
Yeah.
more than meets the eye. Transformers,
I
robots in disguise.
I thought you were going to be doing, I'm afraid to say because I don't want to spoiler, but the one that Mark Peretta requested, or is that commercial yet to happen?
I wanted to do this one first because this is in the original group of commercials that I wanted to redo that I remembered.
Oh, okay.
Like the commercials where the tune in the commercial would be leaping into my head randomly throughout the years that I remembered, that I would wake up with in my head.
Okay.
And like, real American hero fighting evil Destro. That just, I've lived with that since I saw it on TV. So
Our brains are so funny, aren't they?
Yeah,
The things that they.
So a
can
lot of
bring
this is like really, it's like doing the commercials is really exercising these songs, like like bringing them to the surface, letting them go, sharing them, all of the jingles that I remember as a youth. And that one, yes, I was more like a teenager at the time, and it was when my sister was watching TV. Perhaps the Transformers.
Yeah. Gem. She might have been watching Gem as well. That was another one. But yeah, so that's neat. Good job.
I did it. I woke up, I guess it was yesterday, and I thought that if I didn't do a commercial recreation, that I would be very, very, very disappointed in myself. It's been a long time.
It's time.
It's something that I love to do.
Yep.
And when I did it, it is like I did it through the course of yesterday, and my mood, I woke up in a bit of a dark mood.
Yeah, you did.
I did. I had a shadow. But I don't know. The shadow was gone. By the time I was putting the final touches on that, I was feeling a lot better.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's a pretty good antidepressant, is doing some toy commercial recreations or any commercial
We
recreation.
have some funny ones on deck. We have some pretty funny ones that I will also partake in with you, that I will be...
That one.
We don't want to say it because it's so good. So good. But
I'm looking forward to that one.
we're going to have to do that one. But yeah, so I was in Salt Lake City with Lou for a really quick weekend, a one-off for Dino. And it was great. It was really fun. It was really fun to be back with you guys and hang out and be in the little Dino bubble for a little bit.
I thought you were going to say Dino bitch.
No.
Just to be the...
Excuse me?
It's something you would say. You'd say that. No, I shouldn't have said it. I'm not...
You're not allowed to say it.
I'm not allowed to say
I can
that.
call myself a bitch, but
Yeah.
yeah, you're not. You're not allowed.
I'm not allowed.
But and I mean that in a loving way,
Oh, I know.
But yeah, so it was like just really fun chatting with Murph and Jay and Noel and Dan Mapp and the whole little crew and Jake and just being in the little bubble again for the weekend. It was fun. Catering and hanging out and observing everything and realizing I know no bands anymore. And they all look so young because they are, and that's amazing. So that's a good thing.
Young people with very long band names.
Oh my God. Did I tell you about I don't think you were there. A guy said a really funny thing to me in line. I was in line for a drink at the bar in the catering area for the artists. And, or did I tell you? Well, anyway, I'll tell the story. But, a guy who's standing behind me struck up conversation and he said, so, are you an artist or are you working for a band or whatever? And I said, oh, my husband's playing here this weekend. And he said, oh, okay. Well, what band's he in? And I said, oh, he plays in Dinosaur Jr. And he said, oh, they're kind of like the old band, right? This was a young gentleman who said this to me. I said, that's right. Yeah, they are.
Well, out rock you. I dare you to come to our stage and look at us play. We play with as much fury as a bunch of 28-year-olds.
It was really hilarious. And then I was like, yep, that's right. They are the old band. And then he was like, yeah, like how long have they been? And I'm like, long time. And he's like, longer than Death Cab for Cutie, right? I'm like, oh yes, indeed. That's true. Indeed. And Death Cab was like the headliner.
They're babies.
They're just little babies.
Death Cab for Cutie are a new band for us. Like, what's that new band? Death Cab for Cutie? That's a crazy long name. What's that?
Totally. And I think too, yeah, I was like, and then I was joking about it with Noel and we were trying to figure it out. It was like, I think it was me, Jay, Noel and Murph who I told the story to and we were all laughing about it. And then we realized that I think Dinosaur Jr. was the oldest band there. Although Belle and Sebastian has been around for a while too.
We're older than
But
Belle
you're
and
older than Belle and Sebastian. Exactly.
We are.
You are.
No,
yeah, I think you guys took the cake at that festival.
We've been around almost as long as Duran. So,
damn.
For real. It's like we're an 80s band. We are...
Well, yeah. Late 80s, right? I mean...
The band, I started learning Jay's songs. I switched to bass in 1984.
What?
Yes.
When did the first Dinosaur album come out?
I don't know, 85? 86?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No, it was Jay's freshman
Okay.
year at UMass. I had just graduated high school.
Whoa. Oh, I didn't realize it was that
Yeah,
old.
I had just graduated high school.
I didn't realize. How old are you, dear?
I'm 57 years old.
57 and 47.
Going on 63. feels like this week.
Oh, well, anyway, so it was really, it was funny. So then he told me, I said, oh, are you in a band then? And he said, no, I'm the agent for whatever that means.
Some long band name.
Yes, it was a very long band name.
Bombay Bicycle.
I don't know.
Circle
It wasn't them. But he
Club.
said they were also at the same festival as you in Atlanta the weekend prior. Mm-hmm. I don't think you. I mean, I'm not going to try and say the name because I don't remember it. And anyway,
Well, I saw a band.
oh, and I said, "Are you guys a young band? Is it a young band?" He goes, "Oh yeah." And I said, "Where are you from?" And he said, "El Paso."
Cool.
So that's what I said.
More El Paso bands.
Yes, I was like,
Hell yeah.
"Well, hell yeah, there you go."
Bring it on, El Paso.
Totally. So that was neat. That was a little brief exchange we had. And then, and then my folks came into town. So I was doing a lot of flying and then driving and getting shit ready. And then you went.
Adele prepared
Yes.
the house to perfection for your parents.
Oh, well,
You really, I wouldn't say you went above and beyond because it's just your standard. You kept to your high standards of you made it welcome for them.
yeah.
You made it our guest room. It became less of a dumping space, a dumping ground. Mm-hmm. It was transformed from a dumping ground to a beautiful guest room.
Thank you.
Airbnb worthy.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not quite Airbnb worthy, but although I've stayed in a lot of Airbnbs and it's nicer than most that I've stayed in. If it was my Airbnb, I would have even more things happening. But,
Oh, that's true.
because I love to imagine, that's one of my favorite fantasies is what would I do if I were an Airbnb, whatever, host, I guess, where I'd have a house that I would be Airbnb-ing. And because I love to think about all the things that I would do to make it the perfect stay. Every little detail thought out. No stone left unturned.
The really good Airbnbs have names.
Yeah.
They have cool names. They named after
Oh,
either the
sure.
host.
Mm-hmm.
I stayed at one in Columbia, South Carolina called the Peacock House.
And isn't that one you really liked, right?
I loved it. This
Yeah.
woman had completely just made this incredible bungalow.
Yeah.
And
What made it special?
It was just totally curated.
Right.
And then also had like really good snacks when you walked in. It had Fritos.
Oh.
I don't know. Fritos to me are like, it's kind of like it's
love Fritos.
It's a trashy snack, but it's also okay. You know? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it was great.
Right. It's not like a flaming hot Cheeto or something.
No, it's nothing obnoxious. It's straight
Classy.
up like a Frito.
Classic.
A Frito's
Classy
almost like
and classic.
It's almost like an ancient food. It feels like Fritos. Fritos.
Our
could have been
ancestors, our cave people were
This is where the Aztecs.
with their little stone and
This
the
is where they
corn,
grinding
their Fritos.
They ground the maize.
Raking the maize.
Yeah, and made a primitive Frito. I feel like it is. It's related to ancient food. But anyway, it was this beautiful shotgun shack, and just for you music fans out there, her daughter that was sort of maintaining it, she had an Elephant 6 recording shirt on. So hipster.
Yeah.
Really cool hipster.
Well, we also, when we stayed at an Airbnb in Pasadena in December, she also kind of had some.
She had a badass record collection.
She had a really cool
Oh my
record
God.
collection, actually.
That's
and
right. The record collection was these very well worn, totally played.
Yes.
It was like
played and loved.
like just like L.A. It was like really cool bands from L.A. starting in like 1979, and it kind of peaks out at or it ends at like 86 or 87. But it was like so fucking cool.
Yeah.
That was
She
so
had
cool.
a
Like
sweet
Gun Club
selection.
records and cool, kind of left of the dial LA bands from the 80s and 90s.
She was wearing like a festival t-shirt when we were there. That was kind of like a current festival that obviously had a lot of bands that you've played with. So she definitely, I'm sure, knew who you were, but she didn't say anything. She was very professional. Not that it's unprofessional to say anything. You could certainly say, hi, are you in Dinosaur Jr.? I just mean that she kept it like, but her record collection spoke for itself.
It was cool.
It was very cool.
Yeah.
So
And she told me I could look at it.
she did.
I had to move a chair. that
She
was
did
blocking
allow
it.
you to move the chair
I
and
moved a chair and I just opened up that.
cabinet.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had some nice touches in her Airbnb.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to another episode of
Till
Raw
next time.
Impressions. It's impossible for me to know what occurred on this episode. I can only hope that Lou let a little light in. Did you let a little light in, Lou? I hope so.
I did.
Well,
You are a light, baby. You're my light. You light up my life.
You make me wear chambray.
You look hot in that. I like
I
that.
feel hot in it. It's actually like.
You feel hot, you look hot. We're both wearing
I wanted
blue.
to match you.
Thank you. Aw. Matchy matchy.
bye-bye. Raw Impressions.